Kelly McCutcheon asked me to provide a family perspective on the formation of Georgia Public Policy Foundation, and I'm pleased to do that. In the late 80s and early 90s, Dad became very interested in national policy and the influence of the traditional media on these matters. As part of this journey, he became acquainted with the business model of the Heritage Foundation, which is a national policy group based in Washington, D.C. The Heritage Foundation's leadership persuaded Dad that to a large extent, national policy was driven by the interests of the states. If you want to drive and shape the direction of a nation, he was told, first drive and shape the interest of the state. At that time, there were a number of disparate organizations in the state of Georgia, but none of them shared the values that had made Dad successful or that he was inclined to promote. For those of you who know Dad, you would not be surprised at how he chose to proceed. There was a gap in his mind, and he moved to fill it by himself, forming the Georgia Public Policy Foundation, a nonpartisan, independent, market-oriented policy group. I heard him say many times that if the truth was presented to Georgians, Georgia would follow the right path. It's heartening to declare this evening that the values on which he founded the organization, economic freedom, limited government, personal responsibility, individual initiative, and respect for the rule of law, are more fervently guarded by the foundation today than they were 20 years ago. While he started it, the foundation exists today only through your active participation, your enlightened self-interest, and your generous benevolence. And I would think you would agree that there's never been a time in the history of our nation when the truth and a subsequent course direction were so desperately needed. Many thanks for all you do, and Godspeed.